discuss and pass or acknowledge or vote on ordinance 0913 and 10-13.
So moved, Madam President.
Thank you, Mr. Stein.
I'll second that.
Thank you, Mrs. Mel. Any discussion on that? Would the clerk please call the roll?
Dakota Freitas.
Yes.
Mark Hopler.
Yes.
Mike Snyder.
Yes.
Kathy Mel.
Yes.
Deborah Bancroft.
Yes.
Ron Ackerman.
Yes.
Thank you. We will have a special meeting March 5th, 2013 at 7:30 p.m. to discuss and vote on ordinance 0913 and 10-13. We will now go to business from the floor. Mr.
Thank you, Madam President. St. John Lutheran Church on the corner of 2nd and Adams is having a chili supper fundraiser this Friday from 4 to 7. It's going to feature Big Boppers, award-winning chili, and there will be traditional and vegetarian chili for those that can't eat meat on Friday. Tickets are $8 for adults, 10 and under $4. There will be desserts and salads and everything else. And this is a fundraiser for the roof of the church. So hope you can attend. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Ackerman.
Thank you very much, Madam President. 2 weeks ago, at our council meeting, Mayor Leone recognized the Friends of the Cemetery for the great work that they've done. Some of the things that I've been able to witness and help them get through, along with our Safety Service Director, Mr. Colson, and Mayor Leone, and this is just a brief thing over the last year that I've been able to attend their meetings, the new trash receptacles and cement pads for those, the beautification of the entrance, which entails the signs and the curbing at the entrance of Riverview, signboards at both cemeteries to notify people of their loved ones' burial locations, and along with multiple other small projects. The reason I'm bringing this up is these community members don't rest on their laurels. Last night I found out that these ladies are spearheading a great and incredibly difficult project. This project is called the Cemetery Friends Paving Project. Obviously, with a name like the Paving Project, this is a project which is designed to pave the roads in Riverview Cemetery. This is going to be a multi-stage project with the goal to raise in excess of $75,000 per an estimate by Erie Blacktop. Obviously, a group of volunteers does not have that type of money in the pocket right now. If you would like to find out more about the project, as well as possibly donate some money to that project, please contact Dana Alvarez. And if you are unable to reach Mrs. Alvarez, you should be able to attend the Friends of the Cemetery meeting, which is the fourth Monday of every month at Otter Root Library, and that meeting will start at 6:30. Along with that, if you haven't got it yet, I came home in school this week with my son. The recreational activities book is out, correct, Mr. Colston?
Yes, sir.
So I'm sure there's some in the lobby here at City Hall, and if you can't find them there, be sure to see either Mr. Colston, myself, the mayor. Be happy to set you up with that. March 12th will be the Parks, Recreation, and Cemetery Committee meeting at 6:30. March 11th is the Friends of the Port Clinton Parks meeting, and that's at 4:30 at St. Thomas. And a little bit selfishly, I'd like to congratulate the Port Clinton Lady Redskins for winning a sectional championship last weekend. And if you have the time, the ladies will be taking on Rossford Thursday night at Lake High School at 8 o'clock. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you. Mayor.
Just one question. You mentioned Dana Alvarez. Do you have a contact number?
Unfortunately, Mr. Leone, Mayor Leone, I did not bring that contact number with me, so I apologize.
Ms. Benko.
I would just like to announce that the regularly scheduled monthly meeting of the Planning and Development Committee will be next Tuesday, March 5th at 5:30 p.m. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Mel. Nothing tonight, Madam President. Thank you. Mr. Snyder.
Thank you, Madam President. Just a few things this evening. I know it may sound kind of strange considering we're just getting in the mood to see shamrocks and so forth, but the Easter Bunny's helper here in Port Clinton, also known as Jen Porter, asked me to announce that the Easter egg hunt will be at on Saturday, March 30th, at the courthouse lawn at 10 a.m. It's open for folks, children, 1 to 10 years old. Community members, if you're able to assist by donating candy, drop it off here at the City Hall. If you have any questions about candy donation or the hunt in general, the number for Jen Porter is, Jen Burris, 419-734-5522. 419-734-5522, extension 8. It is Porter, I'm sorry, it is Porter.
Yeah,
I did have it right. Yeah. Again, 419-734-5522, which is the City Hall number, extension 8. Mr. Koppler and I are both proud members of the Port Clinton Kiwanis Club, and for several years, the Kiwanis Club, along with many other individuals and organizations, has been assisting the St. Vincent de Paul Food Pantry here in Port Clinton at the Knights of Columbus building. Unfortunately, this year, the demand is far outpacing the supply. Kiwanis has taken it upon themselves to challenge ourselves and step up to try to help the food pantry. We're designating the entire month of March in Kiwanis as our circle of influence. And what that means, Mr. Koppler and I are both in Kiwanis with about 73 other individuals, but outside of that, we have other groups that we're involved with. Obviously, this group, Fire Department, OSU Alumni Club for myself, and several others. So we're approaching those organizations and asking for assistance. So I'm going to ask for assistance from the panel here. During the month of March, if you're able to bring in a canned food item, I'll have a box sitting out in the hallway. I'll then take that to the Kiwanis meeting, and we'll make sure then that it gets to the proper folks down at the St. Vincent de Paul Food Pantry. Again, it's the entire month of March. If you don't bring in a food item, you're still welcome to come in. Still welcome to speak. It's just a little added bonus to try to help out those in need here in the community. You can also drop the items off at my house, at Mr. Koppler's house, any Kiwanis member. We meet Wednesday at the Elks Lodge for lunch. You're welcome to bring the items there as well. Tip from the chief tonight, actually, it's going to be a tip from me, if that's okay, if you guys don't mind. I had the opportunity, I'm talking, so they have to. I had the opportunity this past Saturday to attend a seminar right here in this room put on by Sergeant Josh Nelson and Sergeant Dave Scott. It was called Refuse to be a Victim. Actually, my entire family attended. My 18-year-old daughter, my wife, and the room had about a dozen people in here, ranging from my daughter up to folks my parents' age. It was a very, very informative 3.5, almost 4-hour seminar. A lot of it, yes, was common sense, but I think everyone in the room walked out with something that they can implement in their own day-to-day life to help prevent being a victim. And just one little tidbit that I took out of it, people with garage door openers, if they have multiple cars, you put one car in the garage if it's a one-car garage, or 2 cars and so forth, but you may have multiple garage door openers. Every car has the garage door opener, but a car may be sitting outside of the house. Well, it's easier to break into a car to push the button to get into your house. So just be mindful of where you place that garage door opener if you park your vehicle outside the house. There will be additional seminars, the same information that was presented, on March 23rd, which is a Saturday, and then again on April 20th, March 23rd and April 20th at 1 p.m., 1 to 5, here in this room. And to register, simply call the police department at 911. No, at 419-734-3121. 734-3121. Ask to speak with either Sergeant Dave Scott or Josh Nelson. Be mindful they do work the afternoon and evening shift, so it may be afternoon and overnight shift. So it may be a day or two before they return your call. But I do highly recommend it. It was very informative. And with that, thank you.
Mr. Freitas.
I have nothing tonight.
Thank you. I have a couple things before we go to the audience. I just want to let you all know that the former mayor, Tom Brown, is going to have open heart surgery, I believe, on March 6th. He's going to have a triple bypass and some other rerouting done, so please keep him in your thoughts. Though I talked to Helen yesterday, and they seem to be very optimistic. So. Also, in my tax speech, and you'll get it until April, file your ethics warrant, please. Members of the audience. Mr. Yonke.
Jerry Yonke, 117 Cedar Street. I have a question for the mayor. Will the Washington Properties project at Waterworks Park in downtown be turned over to the Planning and the Development Committee?
Now, we've not even gotten to any of that as of yet. If you're referring to what took place, the informational thing that happened on the 20th, that's just the beginning. We wanted to make sure that it was very open to the public, so you're very well aware of what we're looking at right from the get-go. So right now, you know pretty much as everyone here knows. So
Okay.
there's conversations upcoming of where things are going. I can't answer that. But when it comes to committees, it's up to the President and Council to decide what committees take what.
Well, reviewing the project today on the website,
Yes.
I just thought of it going into the Planning and Development, like all the other projects that have come before it, that it usually starts there and it doesn't end up there. So I just wondered what the deal on that was.
Like I said, right now, I'm just at the beginning stages. I'll have a lot of communications, and I'll be talking with our law director, because I rely on him a lot as to what the process is, if we want to move forward.
Okay.
That's still a question. I've not gotten any responses from council people as of yet, so I don't know what your thoughts are.
Okay, thank you, Mayor.
Anyone else this evening? Mr. Minky.
Don Finke, 222 Adams Street. A question on the ordinance 813 concerning the development fund. What's the general area of the fund, the amount of the fund we're talking about?
Ms. Baker, would you
answer that
answer
question
that?
if I wanted to. The Economic Development Fund ordinance is simply, at this point in time, to create a fund for economic development purposes. And I can get a copy of the ordinance to you, but it describes in general terms what the purposes of the fund would be. As of yet, the fund has not been created, and so there are at this point in time no appropriations to that fund. That would be determined at a later date after the fund is established.
Thank you.
If you don't mind, just to let you know, I don't think I've ever announced this. The website for the city has been updated quite a bit. A lot of the ordinances that council is looking at, instead of getting a chance to see those after the fact, they are posted on the website so you can see them before your council members vote. Along with that, Mr. Yonke has always continuously videoed for us. He even videoed the February 20th meeting at the Elks. That is all posted on the website, and we encourage everyone to go to that. So the full description, instead of just what the clerk's reading off, just the title, you can read the whole ordinance if that helps you. Just some information.
There are those of us that do not have a computer and go on websites.
Sorry.
I mean, I might be back in the old civilization, but there's still some of us. The second thing I'd like to bring up is, this is kind of for your information, since none of the council members nor the administration was at the last advisory board for coastal management meeting here a week or so ago. One of the major topics of concern at that meeting was the algae bloom in the Western Basin. And one of the major factors in that was problems with the city of Detroit. There was a lengthy discussion concerning that in the ecosystem of the Western Basin. When that question was brought up last Wednesday night at the public meeting concerning the fishing industry, the response became a laughing matter. Rest assured, It's no laughing matter to the advisory board of coastal management, just for your information. Thank you.
Roseanne Hickman, 317 Walnut Street. Main Street Program Manager Laura Schlachter and I returned today from a Heritage Ohio workshop in Columbus. This was a workshop on board development and fundraising. I walked in yesterday morning and was astonished at the number of community leaders who walked up to us and said, I hear you have had the opportunity to listen to Mike Gross. I saw the envy in their face. I saw the look in their eyes. They were all, for 2 days, we heard this. Through our networking events, people wanted to sit with us. I'm like, wow, we're really popular all of a sudden. I think this is a great opportunity for us, and I heard nothing but praises from people all around the state of Ohio. These were community leaders at this event, at this workshop, and they had nothing but wonderful things to say about Mike Gross. So I encourage anybody in our community in support of this, please write your council members. We need to move forward in our community, and I think what I'm hearing from everybody, this could be the answer. So I encourage all of you to write your council members. And I saw it firsthand from people. It was amazing. We were popular. It was kind of cool. Everybody wanted to be at our table. That's all.
I have gotten some emails and I have forwarded them all to you guys. I don't know if you're getting them too, but only my email is appearing on the thing, so I will continue to do that. If you've already gotten it, delete it. But I just want to make sure you're getting the same information. Anyone else this evening? Ms. Bowden.
Clarabelle Bothy. The downtown area needs help to redo it and get more businesses in. But please leave the park alone.
Clarabelle, would you please state your address for the clerk, because Tiffany's new, she doesn't.
421 West 5th.
Thank you, Clarabelle. Anybody else this evening? Seeing no one else, I will ask for a motion to adjourn. Ms. Banko.
Madam President, I move this August County adjourn.
Do I have a second?
Second, Madam President.
Thank you, Mr. Snyder. All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Don't forget, we have a special meeting Tuesday, the 5th.